Now is the time to figure out how to stick a landing.
Yeah, juicy.
On the last day of training last week, we done a practice competition. During this practice competition, I performed one of my best floor routines. The only problem is, it's still not good enough. The construction of the routine is right. The difficulty of the routine is fine. So that isn't the issue. What is the issue is the landings. The score I got for that practice competition was just way too low because I wasn't sticking any of my landings. So right now I must strategize to create a technique on each tumble that allows me to stick it. Let's get to brainstorming. So let's start with the first tumble. To be honest, there's not too much we can do in terms of changing technique.
Yeah, come on.
The better landing comes with more height on that double front. So I guess putting all of my energy into that first tumbling pass is a pointer in itself. The second line, I'm moving too far back. As you can see, I stepped out of the floor and my somersault was traveling too long. This actually makes it way more difficult to stick your landing in the spot because all your momentum's going backwards. So the pointer for that tumble is just put it up short and high. The 3.5 twist. I know I can stick this tumble, but I'd say the stick rate is about 1 out of 10, if even that. So what I could maybe do in this tumbling pass is punch somersault out of it. This second somersault that I connect onto the 3.5 twist won't actually count in the routine, but by connecting an easier somersault onto the more difficult skill, you actually give yourself a better chance of sticking that landing. So although I'm not getting more difficulty from that skill, it will save me a lot in execution. So that's something I could try today. So to break up my rambling and brainstorming, I thought I'd let you all know a couple of other tips and tricks on how to just improve general landing positions and stick rates in floor routines without actually doing the floor routine. It's quite simple really. We just put a springboard onto the floor and do somersaults off the springboard to land onto the floor and try and stick as many as possible. It's basic somersaults, so tuck front, pike front, half twist, and then do all the backwards tumbles the same way. This just gives you a basic understanding of how the floor reacts under you when you try to stick a landing, and is also quite good for just warming up your legs before floor. Double twist backwards should always be stuck. Guess that's why I stuck it in that routine. But it is a shameful thing in gymnastics when you're at that high level if you don't stick that double twist along the side. Yeah, embarrassing if you don't. Now at this stage in the routine, the fatigue is setting in a little bit. And in order to get the best landing from this tumbling pass, we need to have the best straight front possible. And to have the best straight front possible, we need to have the best 2.5 possible. Making sure that that 2.5 twist is sharp and fresh. And you're not just going through the motions of doing a 2.5 and then opening out into a straight front. It needs to be sharp. Yeah, sharp. I like that word to describe the 2.5. If you don't do your stretching and your body isn't prepared for floor, you're probably going to be less likely to stick landings. And what use are those stuck landings when you're injured? I make sure I warm up my legs and ankles before anything in gymnastics, but in particular, floor. Now this one is a tricky one. I would love to do with this tumbling pass what I'm doing with the 3.5 twist. The only problem is, this late in the routine, my legs are tired. And although that punch half twist is a simple skill, it is made ever more difficult with jelly legs. I think I can always do a half twist no matter how tired my legs are, but we want to do that half twist well. It needs to be worthwhile. And then triple twist at the end. Honestly, I can always do it. I just need more numbers on that. So what I'm going to do today is do 2 extra triple twists immediately after the routine, and that'll hopefully teach me how to do that triple twist when I'm fatigued, and also hopefully stick that landing a little more frequently. Before we hop on floor, we first need to smash out a good pommel session, so let's get to work.
I know I'm blind, but I hear symphonies of your heartbeat.
complete pommel session done. Another clean routine in the bag. Now is the time to figure out how to stick a landing. Alright, first 3.5 did not go well. When I think about punching out of my 3.5, I just got way too much rotation on it, so I just need to brave the storm and do a 3.5 like I'm going to land upright, but then prepare to punch out of it. Hopefully this goes a bit better. I'm overthinking it. I'm giving more energy into the run and the round off than I normally do, and it's not needed. It's crazy how your brain changes like that when you think about adding something onto a skill. Just need to calm down and do my 3.5 like I normally do. I'll give this 3.5 punch half one more go because I still want to get a routine done today, so I don't want to tire myself out too much. So I hit the position that I wanted to take off on there, but it hurts my back quite a lot taking off like that. Right, well, it was a good start. I think for the routine today I'll leave it out, so don't want to hurt myself even further. But yeah, that's a start. That was much better. Oh, my voice is gone. So I'll walk you through that routine. The full punch double front actually didn't really go to plan. I just didn't get enough pop off the floor to do a good double front, but I held the tuck, my feet hit the floor and it was a stick. The front 2.5 I was very happy with, although didn't quite get the stick. I shot it up in the air, stalled the rotation, and that meant that I got just like the right landing position. 3.5 twist, although I didn't do the punch out of it, actually landed pretty well. And my legs, they felt fresh at that point as well, and that's normally when I start to feel the fatigue kicking in. And the most disappointing part of that routine, what did I say at the start of the video? Never take a hop or a step on that back double twist. Yeah, embarrassing. Then it came to the 2.5 punch straight. I hit my cues there as well, was sharp on the 2.5 backwards, had the leg strength to fight for that stick on the straight front. Double twist forward at the end, a little bit ropey. I don't think I would have had the energy to do a punch half out of that, but I'm yet to make the decision on whether or not I'm doing that punch half. And then a triple twist. We fought for this stick, but it just didn't quite happen. But I think just more numbers on that stuck triple twist is going to be the plan from now on. That's the cleanest routine I've ever done, ladies and gentlemen on floor. I'm leaving the gym today a happy man. Over on the Patreon, we will be giving away multiple items from the Olympic Games and the Commonwealth Games. To be in contention with winning those items, you need to be a member of the Patreon. The link is in the description of this video, and the winners will be announced on the 30th of August. You can join the Patreon for any amount, and you also get access to all of the exclusive content that I've put out on the Patreon, and there will be much more content coming soon to that page, and also to this YouTube channel. So if you enjoyed this video, stick around, click the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and I will catch you guys in the next video.